Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cuts from the Captain's Chair. Today we're going to do a one blade all over. 20 bucks in the till, tapers for papers, baby. Are we going to say Captain's Chair, episode 8, 9? I'll just say welcome back to another episode. We're rolling. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cuts from the Captain's Chair with me. My mate Evan's come down. He's growing out a buzz cut. So today I really want to show you guys the power of the Deluxe Pomade. We can actually get this shorter hair to slam back and look like a really tight slick back. And I'm going to give him a little temple fade here and a real nice taper on the neckline. Do it. I really feel passionate about the consult process with my client. So in a normal barbershop environment, I really take the time to consult. I care for every haircut that walks out my shop. And the only way to get to that is to really consult the client and get a feel for what they want, the do's and the don'ts. You know, what are the things that they haven't liked in the past? What are they trying to achieve? In that first 5 minutes, you can get a lot out of it, you know. He's growing out a buzz cut. I'm going to leave the top because obviously he's trying to grow it out. In the process of wetting down the hair, I sort of like get a really good gauge as I'm wetting it down. I'm looking at the natural flow, the growth patterns of the hair. I'm finding where I might have some challenges in the haircut along the way. I'm using that time to sort of get a game plan. Before I even pick the clippers up or the scissors up, I want to know where are the areas I'm going to struggle. It's got a bit of a natural wave that wants to push over to the right-hand side. No real hard crowns, which is nice. So I feel like we're going to get a really good result out of this. I really want to clean up this little temple line here, really give him a little burst here and a little burst here with a really nice taper, leaving a bit of weight through here so it highlights the temple line and the taper on the neck. When I come through, I like to sometimes, I see there's a bit of noise here for me. I like to I want to get down to the detail. And the way I get down to the detail is I sort of come in with a clipper over comb process and just remove the weight. So then I can see, I stay in control when I'm clipper over combing. I know a lot of people come in with like a one blade open to move that weight, but I feel like when I come in with a clipper over comb process, I'm more in control of what I'm taking. And I just like to keep that real low. I want to make sure I can see every hair I'm cutting. And the only way to do that is to remove the bulk and remove the noise. When it's long like this and you come in with a one blade or a two blade, even if we're going to go high fade, you can't see it. So I find removing that weight and that bulk so I can see the individual hairs and the way they're growing, for me, is just been a big game changer. Okay, so now I can see the individual hairs, the way it's growing, the pattern of it. I always sort of, for some reason, it's just habit, I always start on the left-hand side of the client. I think it's just over the years when I was learning, all my clippers were on this side, so I'd just pick up and I'd consult from this side. So I always start a haircut from this side. I don't know why, it's just habit for me. Okay, so now we've done both temples. I'm going to come through, and again, there's too much length here, there's too much noise. I want to see the way the hair pattern is flowing at the back here. And the only way to do that is to expose it, remove the weight. I call it removing the noise. And again, I'm not going to come in clipper over comb these sections, just this middle section here. A clipper over comb process. I'm trusting that comb. I love the Whale 100 Years. I just like the feel and the way that I can get them to flow with the clipper over comb process. I also love that the clipper covers the comb. So when I come through, I can really trust that swipe and know that I'm not going to go underneath it. So now I can see the growth pattern. So now when I come through with a closed 1, an open 0 or a closed 0, I can see each individual hair and the way it's growing out of the pattern of the growth. So I can come in and just use the corner of my clippers and really start to pencil and shadow in that fade. Again, remembering, not everyone wants hard edges. Not everyone wants a real crispy, clean finish. Some guys want a real natural, nice, loose, lived-in look where the taper's really natural, there's no hard lines. And that comes down to the consult. You know, not everyone wants everything edged out to an inch of its life. you've got to find that out. You've got to figure out what that client wants. Okay, you can already start to see that come together just with that clipper over comb process. So I'm just going to lightly come in. I'm not going to come in as tight with my clipper over comb as I did on the neckline, just through here. I want to leave a bit of this weight, but I want to take a bit of this curl off. So, because when I come through and I edge this up, I don't want it all kinking out. So I'm just going to come through and take a real light swipe. And when I want to take a light swipe with my clipper over comb process, I open the clipper. I have it open. I just find the hair feeds onto the clipper. There's more head for it to sort of feed onto. And it finished, the cut's softer. Just a light swipe through here. So now I can start to see it. I've created a guideline just with the clipper over comb. Through here, clipper over comb. I can see the individual hairs now. So now when I come in with an open guard, I can see almost the individual hair being cut. But let's just say it was this length down here. I come in with an open, I can't see any of that underneath. I'm just guessing. So I want to take the guesswork out of it, and I want to be in full control of the haircut. I'm going to work down through my guards. So I'm going to go clipper over comb, create a little tight guideline through the temple line here, then go through with an open, then a quarter, then a close, all the way down, and then I'll come through and I might just foil out the bottom and sort of reverse fade the beard out. So I like to come in really low, and again, just using almost like 3 of the teeth on the edge of each side of the clipper, not the whole face of the clipper. I want to be in control and have it angled. And I feel like this is one way to really control and see each individual hair being cut, and slowly work your way up to that weight line. So sometimes when people see this, they don't actually think I'm doing much, but I can see sort of, you know, the 2 or 3 hairs I'm taking each time. Now I'm going to go to a quarter. Now I'm going to go to a close. I'm going to repeat the process on this side. Scooping up, always scooping up. Quarter. Close. I love the Andis foilers. I just love the top part of this Andis foiler because I find when you come in this way, you're running blind. Because underneath here, you take a swipe, you don't know what this is doing. I come in with it open so I can see again. I need to be in full control of what I'm doing. I want to see each individual hair being taken almost. So I love it open. Just in this little process here, if I'm removing bulk, I'll close it. If we're doing a high skin fade, I'd close it and I'd remove the bulk by obviously using both heads. But in a critical situation like this, I just love to open the face and see what I'm doing. So again, I'll start down here. I'm going to come in with a closed 0 now and just try and take that line out a little bit where I foiled it. Okay, I'm going to open my 0 now and just going to take this bulk out here a little bit. You can already start to see that come together. Man, for me, haircuts are just so, it's almost like I'm just in the zone. I just fully relax. It's therapy, man. I don't know what it is. I'll cut hair till the day I die, hey. I love this. Yeah. A good edge out is like a good frame. You know, you've got your artwork, but now we're gonna add the frame in and we're gonna frame it. So I'm gonna come in, tilt his head over. You can still see there's a weight line here. I'm going to start in really low, come against the grain of the hair, try and create that crispy line. I'm going to frame this out. Oh, just Andis GDX, I love them. I just love the exposed head. I can see where I'm going, and the T on the head here, how it tees out here. I only really, when I'm edging, use this very corner here. I can see it more because it's exposed out on the edge there. I like to start from the front. Just get that natural scoop and come in. Follow the natural hairline. I'm not gonna slam right up into it. I'm sort of just gonna follow what's naturally there. Because otherwise you'll get to the back. If you come in too hard here to create a real sharp, crispy line, see a lot of barbers come really hard in here and then they come in this side and they have to recreate it. And by the time they get to the bottom, they've just got a little skinny line here, you know? So again, follow the natural lines. The only way to learn sometimes is to do it. Okay, look at that. Starting to come together now, eh? This is going to slam back so sick. Follow the same process on this side. So I'm going to come through, clipper over comb again, just removing a bit of that bulk, just a bit heavy through here. Come in low now, open. Not going to come in through here, just open guard it through the middle here, really softly. So now I'm just going to close the clipper down. Come in really low here. Again, open, down around these soft areas of the neck. Open it up, don't close it and come down, open it up. Otherwise you'll bite them with the trimmers. I'm going to come in with it open because I want to see where it's cutting. Once I close it, I lose it. If I open it, I see it. I'm working a large space here so I can close it over. Open it. So now I'm just going to work my way up really low. But as you can see, I clipper over comb this weight out. So here I can see the one working. But through here, let's just say if I was working through this kind of bulk with a one, I've lost it. I don't know what it's doing. It's guesswork from here. Open one, real soft, against the grain. Keeping it real low. Whenever I take a one blade off, I like to clean the clipper. So sometimes you see a bit of excess hair along here, and when you're working in the detail like this, again, you don't know, it could just be a loose bit of hair stuck on the skin. So again, dust off the skin lightly, and then dust off the clipper head lightly so you can see, because sometimes you get an excess of hair build up here in that scooping action, and sometimes you can't see the teeth working, and for me, that's again the detail. I need to see those teeth working. I want to see what it's cutting. Now I'm just going to shave it off because I hate it. I'm joking, I'm joking. I'm going to come back through, open half. I don't use half blades. So I've been barbering for 22 years now, and back then there was no half blades. So I learnt ways around using a half blade because they weren't there for me to use. I've learnt to obviously open the half and work lightly and just lightly work it down and just really work my lever. Start to see this taper come in low, but I need to sort of take a bit of this weight out. The only way I'm going to take this weight out is by clipper over comb technique. So Brownie, you've done a few of these before. Now these little edits on barbers all over the world. Who have you learnt the most from?
I think I learned the most watching George Cody.
Yeah, man. He's one of the best, George.
I learned something watching everyone, man.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I learned something from my first year the other week. You're always learning.
You got your blade open or closed when you're doing that?
Quarter.
Still quarter. Yeah.
Not closed, not open, quarter. Okay, open now. Come back to this foil line here. The way I get rid of that foil line, I stretch the skin out just lightly, and with the edge of my trimmers, my GDX Andes, just come in really lightly in a circular motion. Just try and remove it that way. There we go. And got rid of it. Picking out dark spots with my scissor over comb and come in with my thinners. But I don't come in like that, I come in like that and just pick out those dark spots. It's a way to keep it low without pushing the line up. So we can still keep this length through here to wall back when we slick it back. Where's my comb gone? Oh, yep, thanks bro. So let's have a little look at this in detail. So now we've sort of edged it out, we've burst the little temple line out there, edged it out through there, taken a bit of weight there, but still left a lot of that length, because remember we're slamming this back and we want to wall it back. So again, the reason for keeping it low. Clipper over comb the neckline out, really just kept that super soft. I'm stoked, coming together. Now, styling time. So you can see he's grown all this out from a buzz cut. So now he's got a bit of shape. We've still left the sides so we can wall that back, but there's not much length there as you can see. So what I like to do when they're growing a buzz cut out and it's just on that edge where I still feel like we need a bit more length through the top there, with the new Gamma blow dryer, the foam tonic, we can blow dry all this back and we can slam it back with the Deluxe just to finish it. Foam tonic time. I love this stuff. What we've done is we've made that tonic that you see back in the 50s and 60s on the shelves of every traditional barbershop from here to Timbuktu. We've made it into a foam. So back in the day, and still, there's tonics on the market where you've got to pour it and it's just like, almost got to cup it, and then you've got to put it through the hair and it's dripping down their forehead. We've made it easier. Pump it through, and just lightly work it through the hair. This is going to help me style it. It's going to protect the hair from the heat of the blow dryer. So it's a heat protector. It gives me control without the stick. So then when I can come through with the product after I've blow dried it through, it's not going to dominate. It's just going to highlight the product that I use after. Personally speaking, the new Gamma blow dryer, amazing. I love this thing. I put it on low heat, full speed. I'm telling this hair where to go. So much importance in a blow dryer and a good blow dryer. And it's such an underused tool in the barber industry. It just brings a style to life. Look how much longer that looks now, because I'm pushing it all back. Oh, you can feel that foam tonic bite it. We use the Deluxe, the OG. Trends come and go, but the timeless classics always stay. And that to me is the Deluxe. Good old dollop.
We're going in.
We're going in. Dry hands, dry hair. Now, if the hair's a bit longer, just give it a light bit of water, just a little bit of water. I just like to put a little bit on the front first, just to highlight the front, and then I work through the back. I'm trying to get it down to the roots, remember? So I'm moving it across side to side, and then I come through, rake it through. Just give it a bit of water, just a touch. When I slam something back, I come through with my rake comb, just because the teeth are wider, it gets it down to the roots. Sometimes I just like the rake lines. I like the teeth, the comb lines being a bit wider. Skinnier teeth. Okay, now I'm going to come through with my rake comb. Just break it up a bit. The teeth, the wider teeth, and creates those wider lines. Look at that. All those lines, mate. That's the OG Slamback. Tapers for papers. Thanks for watching.